Hello there, and welcome to Metroid Dread. My name is Eric. I call myself Demon Alchemist. I am, as always, excited to get into this one, but also nervous, because this is substantially more complex than normal for me on the video production side, because I'm wanting to show everything I can. I'm unsure if I want to do... Yeah, I'll do hard mode. I always do. Sure, a mode for expert players. Love this music, as always. Metroid. A virulent, floating organism that drained energy from its prey through physical contact. Metroids were originally created by the Chozo and named after their word for ultimate warrior. Their value as a bioweapon sparked several crises, and as a result, all traces of them have been eliminated. They are now extinct. X-Parasite, a gelatinous parasitic organism indigenous to the planet SR-388. It could absorb the DNA of its host, living or dead, and replicate its form. When infecting a living host, it could even access the host's memories. X-Parasites were driven not by emotion, but by an instinctive need to replicate and spread to increasingly stronger hosts. Their inability to be controlled marked them as even more dangerous than their sole predator, the Metroids. Like the Metroids, they are believed extinct. Recreation of the intro scene from Fusion. With no Metroids surviving on SR-388, it became infested with the X, horrifying parasites capable of imitating any living being. Unaware of this, I set foot on the planet, got infected, and almost died. Very matter of fact, I love it. I also love the sprites in the bottom right and the top and top left. Oh, so cool to see the fusion suit in a more three-dimensional style. The only thing that saved me was a vaccine created from Metroid DNA, which also left me uniquely able to oppose the X. This ability was tested immediately when I went to a Biologic Space Laboratories research station to investigate a distress signal. Oh, I love that shot. There, I battled many powerful X forms, including the SA-X, which was the X mimicking me in my power suit at full strength. I eventually eliminated the X menace on SR-388 by setting the BSL research station on a collision course with the planet. After that, the X and Metroids were just memories, or so we thought. Just when it all seemed over, the Galactic Federation received a mysterious video transmission. It showed an X, alive and in the wild. Thorough analysis proved the video was real. Although the sender was unknown, this transmission was traced to a particular planet. It was called ZDR. If the X had somehow escaped extinction out there, they would pose a threat to the entire galaxy. The Galactic Federation dispatched a research team of 7 ME to investigate. If I were to guess, it wasn't just to prevent the threat to the entire galaxy, but also for more selfish reasons as well. The ME were designed by the Excellion Star Corporation, which is a reference to Gunbuster. An ME is a large research robot designed to capture field samples and extract their DNA. Their incredible mobility and protective plating, made of the strongest stuff in the universe, practically guaranteed the mission's success. But not long after their arrival on ZDR, all communication was lost. What is happening on ZDR? Is the planet really infested with X? As the only one immune to the parasites, it's up to me to go there and find out. Always love that intro. Oh, I'm so excited! I love this game. And there's so many different cool things I'm excited to show. Including this cutscene. Thought I timed it better than that. I thought it'd be done loading. This game does have relatively long load times. At least compared to other Switch games. Damn. I really didn't expect it to take this long. Here we go.
We'll soon be entering ZGR's atmosphere.
The bounty for this mission does not seem appropriate. The risk clearly outweighs the reward. Treat our lost assets with care, lady.
Entering the atmosphere in T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That elevator leads to the depths of an underground facility. Signal quality is likely to be low. Remote communication remains difficult. Try to connect to the facility's network when you reach the bottom. That way, you can remain in contact. Many injections, lady.
Oh, here we go! So much just happened. So yeah, Samus came down to the surface, losing connection with Adam in the process. That's the elevator in the background that she came down from the surface in. That crazy fight, and that shot of Samus's face is terrifying. But, first things you might notice coming to this from Metroid Fusion. Obviously, this is also a follow-up to Samus Returns, but I haven't Let's Played that game, so I'm not going to really talk about that too much. But, very fluid controls. Holding L, I have it set to ZL because I have the shoulder button swapped. In free aim, holding ZR for me, R normally, for missile. You start with missiles just like Metroid 2 and a few others. Oof, can shoot any direction, not just 8 directions. We can slide, and we have a melee counter button. It's a little different in midair, very slightly different. We got a dash melee, which does more damage. I think the normal melee actually doesn't do any damage. It just stuns enemies. Dash melee does damage. And that's all we have right now. We have a pause menu with the map. Arteria is the name of the starting area, similar to Criteria. Presumably some linguistic connection in Chozo. We can see a log of the events in our file, which is very cool. We have a Samus screen, the power beam. Samus' default arm cannon beam. Press Y to fire or press Y rapidly to fire consecutive shots. That's all we can do with it right now. Missile, Samus' default sub-weapon. It fires a powerful missile that can inflict damage on targets such as robots and bosses. Hold R and press Y to fire. Consumes missile ammo. Missile blasts can destroy missile blocks and missile covers. They can also expose hidden blocks. Yeah, very helpful to know what kind of block you're facing. Power suit, Samus' default protective suit. That's it. By the way, if you hold still, Samus has an idle pose she will go into. Eventually. Might fast forward until this happens. There we go. While in this form, in this mode, you can press up. Down breaks it. But you can press up to look up. Very cool. I'm actually going to link to a playlist of like 14 videos by, the channel's called the Luigi Bros, I think. And it has just like 14 videos of a ton of cool little details in this game. Obviously, there's some spoilers there. So I'd only really recommend watching those if you're either not worried about spoilers or know this game well. But oh my god, this game feels so phenomenal. And I have played this game so much. Yeah, hidden blocks. I didn't get to read all that, but it's fine. Oh, it's gonna be hard not to just blitz through this game.
Uploading data.
So, you've accessed a network station. Well done, Samus. I have reviewed your vital signs and video log from the data you uploaded. I've run a full analysis, but I cannot account for why you lost consciousness. My readings indicate dramatic physical changes in you. Whatever caused these changes seems to have stripped you of most abilities. You might call it physical amnesia.
I love that it gets a name in this game.
That brings me to your assailant. I am checking the Federation database against your video log. It appears to have been a Chozo. The attacker's identity is not yet clear. I have determined that you are somewhere within the depths of ZBR. Your top priority should be to return to your ship on the surface. This situation is precarious. Trust your instincts as you navigate upward. This planet appears to consist of multiple areas. Shuttles, elevators, and other modes of transport connect them. Keep an eye out for ways to reach the surface. The ship's location is marked on your global map. Check it for yourself. You may encounter pockets of low temperature. Your Metroid DNA renders you vulnerable to such environments. Spending time in cold areas will be harmful to you. There are many such cold areas scattered underground. Do not enter them with your basic power suit. One final thing. Underground interference is preventing radio transmissions. Check in with me at any network stations you find.
Yeah, I love Adam's voice, by the way. It's not what I expected him to sound like in Fusion. But yeah, we can look at the global map to see where our ship is, way up there. There's a few other things I wanted to mention here. The suit. I just usually call it the Dread suit. As you may have noticed, in the intro cutscene, Samus was wearing the Varia suit colors. That's because that is literally the Omega suit from the end of Fusion, and the suit has started to regenerate back to its original form, which is a very cool idea. You can see that instead of being covered in the sinewy, interior layers, there's now armor plating on top of it, rather than just being, showing underneath, like it was in Fusion. And it's very, very cool. Also, Samus' ship computer, which you could hear in the beginning announcing the approach to the atmosphere, it is voiced by the same actress who played Monita the robot assistant in Nintendo Land. Love her voice. This is a tutorial for the melee counter. Samus Returns also has this. Use a melee counter at the right moment to parry certain attacks and automatically take aim at the attacker. Press X to use your melee counter now. Not only just to take aim, but also you ready a charge shot. So when you press the shot button after meleeing, if you countered correctly, you release a charge shot even though we don't currently have the charge beam. Crazy. Oh, God, I love how this game feels. You can do some crazy stuff with momentum and midair stuff. Oh, it's so good. You can even melee counter in midair like that. You notice there's an area up there that we can't get to. Just gotta move on. Press X while running, execute a powerful dash melee. Unlike other melee counters, the dash melee will damage the enemy. Yeah, I said that at the beginning. Usually what you want to do when moving quickly is a mixture of shooting, like aiming and shooting while moving, and missiles, because they do more damage than normal shot. Nothing we can do from this side, so we gotta slide, and now we can't go back. If an area on the map is blinking, it indicates that a hidden item is there. Yes, very good feature. It's the equivalent of the, like, the dots that are open if there's no item and filled in if there is. Open if you haven't gotten the item, filled in if you have gotten the item. Yeah. See if I can... No, I can't get a missile in there. There's an item up there that we can't get yet. But might as well drop down. An enemy's attack can be countered by pressing X at the exact moment of the flash. However, the timing is extremely difficult to gauge, making this a desperate maneuver. True, except for here. Here, it's a guarantee. But yeah, we'll get more into the Emmy over time. This one appears to be severely damaged. We're safe from it right now. And I actually want to mention that there's more cutscenes here at the beginning than I remember. And that's probably mostly because I always skip them. Oh, it's trying to climb up to us. How cute. It actually is kind of cute. But I have played this game a lot, and mostly I skip through trying to beat the game quickly. So, by the way, I believe if we get hit again, yeah, we can die to him now. It's only a guarantee on the tutorial part. And it says it's extremely difficult to gauge. That is true. It is very difficult to consistently get this hit. By the way, to skip cutscenes, you can press start to open that up, and then minus to skip. I have played this game dozens of times, more than 90 hours, about 100 hours now, and I still cannot consistently block them. It is difficult. Ooh, cool looking arm cannon. The energy from the central unit transformed the arm cannon into an Omega cannon. Omega Blaster online. Hold R to charge the Omega Blaster. Once charged, press Y while still holding R to fire. Aim at the core. Yeah, I love the Omega Cannon. It opens up and there's that little exhaust vent. Very, very cool. I like this different kind of aiming. It's like cinematic camera to show you where you're aiming. It actually makes Samus' shoulders look a little weird here. Huh. So what you want to do for this one, just stay in this corner, charge up. You have plenty of time. I even screwed up, and I should still be fine. There we go. Omega Cannon depleted and offline, reverting to regular arm cannon. Yeah, that Emmy just disappeared. By the way, there's a dog barking. I don't think you can hear that, but if so, I apologize. God, there's something else I was just about to say. I don't know. The Emmy are very cool, and we will see more of them. As you can tell in the pause menu. No, not yet. Never mind. Ignore me. Now that we cleared this space, we can't get through here anymore, but we can go left. This is what a save room looks like. Any room where you can save is marked yellow on the map. It's not just rooms dedicated to saving that you can save in. Navigation rooms, as well as a couple other types of rooms, actually just one other, that we'll get to, allow you to save. Ooh. That looks like the same exploding thing, and we can't get it from this side. I say that looks like I don't know. I do. Ooh, there's an interesting thing about this spot that we'll get to much later. Just a little, a weird quirk. Oh, I love the way the water drains. I love everything about this game. Ooh, map. This is an Emmy zone. When you enter it, it'll appear, the outline will appear on your map. These are Emmy zone doors. They have a few different functions that we'll get to later. Oh, I love the ambient sounds and the music, if you want to call it music, and the like rain effect on the screen. So cool. By the way, because of the tense atmosphere in here, Samus won't enter her idle animation. Very cool. She can't relax. I want to finish the thought I was thinking of before, though, real quick. I said that I skip the cutscenes all the time. I do. The cutscenes are awesome in this game. I love everything about this game, including the story and the visuals and the cutscene and the animations. It's all top notch. But I've played the game a million times, and, like, I've been trying recently to get better and better at doing the game quickly. My goal is to beat the game in under 2 hours, I think? Which might be a big ask for me, not sure. My record, I think, is 3.5 hours, about. And that's in-game time. I've never, like, measured real time, which I probably should. I even made, like, a route myself. And that's actually what I was doing on stream. I haven't streamed the last 2 Fridays, but prior to that, I was doing a run of this game where I was going as quick as possible. And it went pretty well. But I didn't finish it. I still need to. I will today. I'm recording this, tomorrow. I'm recording this Thursday night at 9 p.m. on May 25th, 2023. I'm streaming tomorrow, and this video is going up tomorrow. My schedule's a mess, okay? Anyway, let's go. I love that it's like fins on its head. I mean, it can't go through one wide spaces. But once you blow that open, though, it can now make its way to us. So it's chasing with passion. I just did a thing there called a slide jump. You can slide off a platform and jump in midair. It's not a great place to demonstrate it, but it's a thing. When the Emmy is aware of you, the Emmy doors are locked. It's not clear if it doesn't know I'm here anymore, like, from a gameplay perspective, that's basically what happened. But I think in story, it just knows it can't get to me, and so it's trying to find a way around. There's a glitch with these doors, by the way. Or there used to be. It used to be that if you exited and then re-entered quickly, or you did something tricky with a morph ball. Honestly, I don't remember the details. I might look it up and try to explain better in the next video. But it was a glitch that could allow you to become completely invincible. In fact, you would be intangible. You pass through a lot of objects and hazards. It's very cool. I never got to play with it because it was patched before I found out about it. By the way, you might notice the thing in the background. Just grabbed that deer and ran away. Suspicious. You can actually still see it a little bit, I think, right there. I think that's the laser reflecting off of it. Not sure. Yeah, I'll try to show off the slide jump better. I guess I can do it right here. You slide off, and then jump. That's really all it is, and it's a really useful skill. Like, that's a good example of it, actually. I can use it to slide off here and do that. Wall jumping, by the way, works differently than earlier games. You literally just hold into the wall and press jump. It's way easier than Fusion, and especially Super Metroid. These are nav rooms, by the way. I didn't explicitly mention that before, but it's kind of obvious they function the same as in Fusion.
Uploading data.
More or less.
Both enemy you encountered were clearly trying to capture you. They may have been hacked. If so, it's reasonable to assume all enemy will be hostile. Enemy send out a pulse to detect vibrations in the air within a certain range. Essentially, they can hear you.
I love a logical explanation for why they can hear you.
Upon detecting vibrations, an enemy enters surveillance mode to track their source. Stay out of its line of sight when this happens. Otherwise, the danger to you increases dramatically. An enemy that has seen you will begin pursuit. Part of the pursuit protocol is to seal the enemy's own exits. You will be trapped inside. To survive, you must leave its range of pursuit. Evade the enemy and it will disengage. This will also unseal the exits. An enemy never leaves its assigned zone. Their control system must permit them to operate only within that range. I estimate a 99% probability of death if an enemy captures you. There may be a very small opportunity to escape, but exploiting this window will be virtually impossible. The enemy are immune to your current weapons. You lack the unique energy used to defeat the first enemy. Your only option now is to evade capture and find an exit.
Damn, this is a lot of text, but it's very effectively explaining everything about the enemy. Phenomenally well written and very tight.
Your highest priority in an enemy zone should be simply to survive.
Yes. Oh, and this is one of the coolest aspects of this game, in my opinion, is the focus on atmosphere and, like, tension. Which is the thing that Fusion also did really well. And it was kind of the whole point of this game. Clearly by the name Metroid Dread. And that was always the plan. I don't remember if I mentioned this in one of the earlier videos. Metroid Dread was originally in development in like 2005. It didn't really get started until just a couple years ago. A couple years before the game came out. But it was in planning stages for a long time. And Yoshio Sakamoto was unable to find, like... Oh, there's a thing I kind of want to show up there, but it's fine. I can shoot... I'm pretty sure one of these is breakable, isn't it? I guess I'm thinking of some other spot. I could have sworn that one of these blocks was breakable. Yeah, Yoshio Sakamoto tried for a long time to get, like, approval and funding for the game, but Nintendo just didn't have any interest. In part because the Metroid series sales have never been particularly impressive. Metroid 1, 2, and 3, each game sold worse than the previous one. And while Fusion and Prime were big critical successes, and Zero Mission and the other Prime games, they were never huge financial successes. And so Nintendo's never really had huge motivation to, like, actively push the Metroid series. Honestly, we're in the best position for that we've ever been in, and it's very exciting. But even now, This game only sold about 3 million copies. A tenth of Breath of the Wild. I should be moving more quickly than this. Yeah. Just making sure I couldn't go back there. And like Prime Remaster did better than they expected, but still not amazingly. But it does feel like they're pushing the series more than they ever have before, so that is very nice. By the way, we don't have Morph Ball mode. Morph Ball. Normally you'd get Morph Ball earlier than even this, but not so. This episode, by the way, is going to be a little bit longer than normal. I think I'm shooting for 40 minutes for the series, just like the others. But this one's probably going to be closer to 45, 50, maybe even an hour. Depending on how far we get, I might have some other, like... I guess I can explain briefly how this series is going to go. So, I am going to be showing the normal path through the game. And then when I think it's relevant, I will cut to different footage I've recorded of me doing sequence breaks and glitches. Missiles also have a range of damage, so like a fleet of small enemies will die in mass to missiles. But so like, just as an example, like a vague one, when we collect an item that it's possible to get earlier than normal, and that's with either glitchless strategies or using glitches, I will like collect the item and then show the other ways to get it, basically. Depending on how far we get in this video, there might be some of that here, there might not be. And I'm basically going to plan to just go for 40 minutes of the main recording. And then any additional clips that I use will just be kind of bonus for that. By the way, this is a map room. Download. It doesn't show you full detail of the maps, but it shows you the general layout, and you can get a good understanding of how areas connect, at least vaguely, from this. It's surprisingly useful, but also surprisingly vague. On the map, the yellow rooms are saving facilities. The purple rooms contain transportation devices. Yeah. Not all enemies are able to be countered. Most are, but there are some where there's no way to do it. I don't remember if there's a reason to go this way. Well, there is. I will... Oh, shit, I almost died. Gotta remember, it's hard mode. I will take damage more quickly. This will be a 100% run, but we're probably gonna miss a bunch of items and go back for them later. Because while I am taking the normal route, it's gonna be a bit leisurely. I'm not gonna be exploring every inch possible. In part because it would kind of mess me up. So I'm so used to doing different paths and sequence breaks and glitches that I don't have the normal path memorized anymore. So if I were to explore exhaustively, I'd probably end up doing some sequence breaks accidentally. By the way, right there, what I did was bait him. It wasn't entirely intentional, but it worked out well. I kind of baited him to come over here. So then I hopped around, got to that switch, and was able to slide in without him noticing me. I don't actually think he can get to this spot. I can get back up. Oh, so he can totally get there. The second Emmy, I should say. The first one is the one we already killed over here. And the area is gray on the map, but it wasn't an actual Emmy zone like this is. This is Emmy 2. And actually, we can go over here and see. We destroyed Emmy 01P in Arteria. We encountered Emmy 02SM in Arteria. Did we? Okay. It's bottom to top. I was like, we didn't encounter 2 before destroying 1. Yeah, okay. Got you. I don't usually look at this screen, so it's weird to me. The SM in that will become relevant later. But after that first encounter, he can now access us anywhere in this Emmy zone except for this spot still. So we are not safe until we exit. It's just a great way of having, like, tone. Sorry, give me just a sec. My fan was on. I've left it on accidentally in other videos, and I've never really noticed it be much of an issue. But it's still annoying, and just in case, I don't want to have it running. We can't enter here without the Morphball, obviously. I love the way that Samus, like, readies herself, or steadies herself while aiming. It's very cool. And it'll actually change later based on a thing that is very cool. I'm trying to say very cool too much, because I usually do. Oh, that was pretty good aim. Nice! I'm going to try not to entirely blitz through this game. I'm going to try to explore a little bit, but like I said, I'm not going to explore exhaustively, because that would just mess me up as far as following the pattern. Oh, it is so cool to see a Chozo statue like this in 3D, in HD. Oh, it's so nice. I like shooting them and then landing on top of them, like straight down like that. I guess that's not really that weird. Charge Beam, our first item at all. Focuses beam energy to unleash a powerful shot. Press and hold Y to charge and then release to fire. Charge shots damage enemies immune to normal beam shots, such as robots and bosses. They can also open charge beam doors. In addition, Samus can perform a charge attack by spin jumping when the beam is fully charged. Yeah, I don't think that's demonstrated in that video. Yes, charge shot. Charger beam, fire, obviously. And yeah, we have the pseudo screw attack. With the, like, trail around us. Very cool, very simple. There is a glitch with the charge beam, by the way, that I did not know how to do until earlier today. Basically, if you charge and then turn around and release, it shoots the charge shot immediately. It's called the quick charge, or instant charge, either way. And so you just need to have it start charging for at least one frame, and then turn, and a release charge shot. So what you can do is turn around like that. It is faster than doing a full charge. Not by a lot, but it's still cool and useful. I'm not really going to be using it because it feels a little like cheating, and also I just haven't used it much, so I don't know when it's particularly effective. Charge doors, I suppose. You can also do it with a spin. If you enter a spin jump after starting a charge, and then release, it'll do the charge. God. I think I explained that well enough for you to understand. Like that. We're back here at the entrance. And actually, things have changed a little bit. When we pressed the water switch right here, it filled up with water. And then when we entered this room, you can see water coming down the background. And now it's actually filled up this basin, ravine. I don't know. This wasn't full of water when we were here before. Really cool. There's tons of little details like that. I'm not going to be able to mention them all. And it'd be kind of annoying if I mentioned them all, probably. But still, very, very cool. I should stop using the instant spin. Or instant charge. It's just, I don't have any experience using it, so I'm all excited. There is a glitch that I want to demonstrate right here. I can't do it right now. I'll have to start another file, in fact, to show it off. But God, I'm not going to talk about exactly how I'm recording all the things in the future, but I'm going to record this after I record the main part of this video. I'll go ahead and show it to you right now. So, I changed my mind about this. I'll just give you a basic summary right now because actually explaining and showing it would require spoiling some things coming up. Basically, it's a glitch using the melee counter tutorial that will lock the camera in place and, if you're bold, allow you to navigate through obstacles blind, through different rooms, and get items early because certain obstacles won't be loaded while the camera's in another room. That's the basic gist of it. I will show it in the next video. That's weird, right? I think it's pretty weird. Ooh. It looks very weird, and there is an actual use for it. That's strange, and I haven't done it. But I will explain in detail what that is later, but I'll briefly say, it's basically, you just navigate blind. Like I said, you can go through doors, and there are obstacles that don't spawn in. So, like, it's pretty crazy what you can actually do there. Am I going the right way? I always doubt myself. Yes, I am going the right way. We cannot go this way because we can't slide underwater right now. Our movement is hindered, obviously, and you can guess what we'll get to change that, but until then, we can't slide underwater, and we don't have a morph ball. So we gotta go this way now. We can see this block, but we can't even enter this hole, yet alone... Yet... What? Let alone. God, I couldn't remember the phrase let alone. Let alone break that block. Ooh, it appears this central unit is active. And a Metroid fan might notice that the first one was rather brain-like, and now we can see very clearly they have one big eye. What Metroid enemy looks like that? I wouldn't hold your breath for like a concrete connection there, but I think there's probably a connection. I'm trying to remember exactly where I want to go. Yeah, I do want to go right. I always forget. I have no idea where the ME was there. Doesn't seem to be anywhere near us. That does happen. The ME zones can be pretty large sometimes, and there's a chance you just won't encounter the ME, because they patrol, I believe, basically randomly. By the way, if we try to go right here, it blocks. I didn't think to show that. Ooh, look at the background. The fact that it's reacting to the laser implies that it's actually, like, physically within Samus's plane here, which would be a little weird. Yeah, look at that. Ooh. Foreshadowing. Once we come up here, it pulls it away. You get to hear that wonderful sound. I could have gotten this earlier. I just didn't think to, I guess. Sometimes there will be a message in the nav room, even if it's not the first time you've been to that room. It only happens a couple times in the game, though. We could go left, but we would not... Actually, I might as well... I'm not going to go down. Oh, no, we can't even get in here. Right, because of the way this is blocked. Can't go left. The only way we can go is this way, and I screwed it up. By the way, there's some major sequence breaking you can do, and if you avoid breaking this door, you can cause yourself some problems later. I haven't explained, actually. There are doors that are one way, but, like, it was closed, and once we shot this, it opened permanently, and it never closes again. There are a bunch of doors like that in the game. Usually it's good to just shoot, like, every door, but if you specifically notice that one is locked on one side, you should definitely shoot it, because you want to unlock those as much as possible. This is one of my favorite rooms in the game. You can see what looks like some kind of machine up there pulling fire or magma into it. And I love the, like, magma or lava effects in the air. The lighting, oh, it's so pretty. I don't know the names of almost any of the enemies. Yet again. Still can't go in there, obviously. I should probably save at, like, every save room. In the future, I may not do that. Or I just need to be careful of when I save, because there are certain things I want to show that I will be able to just, like, load from a save to show. So I should be a bit cautious of when I save, and make sure to save at certain points. I'm being vague because, like, it matters for me, not you. That right there was a missile block that was blocking the hole. When you shoot that, it opens up that area, and then you can hit the door to open it. Now it's open on both sides. And we have now redirected the flow of lava, or magma. It's called thermal fuel. I think it's actually said on screen, and I just wasn't paying attention. Should really try not to avoid stuff like that. Should really read all the text, or at least acknowledge the text as best I can. Oof, I'm already not playing as well as I was earlier today. Call it Let's Play Curse, but I think it's just because I'm tired. I think I am going to go... Yeah, here's a good example, actually. We've entered a nav room that we've already been in, but he is going to make us talk to him. Because we have important information.
Uploading data.
There was no record of your assailant in the Federation database. However, there are records of a chosen warrior tribe. There is a strong possibility the two are connected. You have seen the warrior tribe's architecture and artifacts on this planet. I conclude that this was one of their settlements. But why would someone lead you here and send the enemy after you? The footage of the X-Parasite may have been staged to lure you in. The situation remains unclear, but your priority hasn't changed. You must return to the ship. You have activated the magma supply system that has restored power to the closed thermal doors. Seek them out to proceed. Continue to search for the unique energy you employed against the first enemy. It is the only way you can confront them. Unfortunately, this energy is limited. You may have noticed it dissipating after an enemy is destroyed. There are 6 remaining enemy hunting you. You have no means to confront them. Remember that.
Okay, I'm not sure if it was true before he mentioned the number. I don't think so. But now, if we go to our pause screen and go to the map, we can see remaining enemy, 6 out of 7. Also, we can see that we have 20% of items in our Terria already. Not bad. Really not bad. So now, we can go left here. I'm debating exactly what I want to do. Because the thing I need to record will involve another trick that's pretty difficult. And I'm not sure... I know some footage I'm going to record will have like live commentary, and some won't. And I'm just not certain how exactly to handle it. That was very close. Holy shit. Right now we're just following the path of the magma. Generally when you redirect the flow, you'll find these wires, these hoses connecting. By the way, it is possible to get over here. Nothing we can do though. So we gotta go down this way. You can actually go over here as well. Once again, there's nothing to do there. Oh, he saw me! That's not great. Ah, you don't need to fall down here. You can get up through here pretty easily. Oh no, he's in my way. That sucks. Yeah, it does. There's nothing... Oh, this is open. Why is that open? I feel like that shouldn't be open. Whatever, it's convenient for me though, because now I can just go around. Now we're in here. This is a central unit. The first one we saw was destroyed already, but this one obviously we have to fight as a boss. And there are a couple ways to handle them. Their first form is immune to normal shots and only weak to charge and missile shots. Second form is weak to anything, just the brain. Generally speaking, a boss will only be vulnerable to missiles unless they are specifically weakened. The energy from the central unit transformed the arm cannon into a mega cannon. That's the same Mega Blaster online. Omega Stream online. Hold L to use aim mode. Oh, that's the same. I didn't read it before, but it's fine. Hold Y to fire the Omega Stream to heat up the shielding. It will shatter upon overheating, leaving the core exposed. Helpful tutorial. Oh, I love the central units. They look disgusting. But I love all of the brains in the series. Like Mother Brain and the Aurora units in the Prime 3. The Prime 3 is what I just said. This door, by the way, is locked on the other side. It wasn't before. And I think he might be able to open them still. But what you want to do is get in this corner, line it up. And basically what you're going to be doing in the enemies is using the Omega Stream to break off their armor plating. This one takes longer. Well, maybe not. He's got bigger armor plates than normal. You just do that. I don't need to explain every little thing. You can kind of gather it. Oh, I love the animation for that. Spider Magnet acquired! There's a new item to this game. Kind of. It's essentially this game's equivalent to the Spider Ball from Metroid 2. And Samus turns. Spider Magnet allows Samus to attach to blue magnetic surface walls and ceilings using a magnetic field. Tilt the circle... It looks like a circle pad. Tilt the analog stick in the direction of certain walls and ceilings to grab on. Samus can move and attack while in this state. Hold up while attached to a ceiling to press against it. Yes, very useful. Oh, and I love that the overlay fades away. Yeah, now that's open permanently. The Spider Magnet is both an equivalent to the Spider Ball and also an equivalent to the, like... I don't know what to call them. The walls you can attach to and climb in Fusion. Very cool, though, in this game. When you're attached to this wall, you can wall jump like Super Metroid, where you can come back to the same wall. That will be useful later. Like that, right there. I said later, and it was kind of useful there. I absolutely love the Spider Magnet. It's one of my favorite new abilities in any Metroid game. Might be a bit of an exaggeration, but it just feels so nice to just hop around like it's Super all over again. Oh, so cool. I think I'm doing pretty well, gameplay-wise. I was pretty impressed with most of my gameplay in my stream. I hope I play as well when I continue it. Ooh, wait first. So down here, we're able to shoot this now. We can break open this path. But there is a glitch that allows us to break that early, and that has pretty substantial impacts on the flow of this level. This beginning section here, as you might be able to guess. I will go into that more in the next video. What we're going to do is going to be forward here. We can't come back once we go through there. We will be fighting our first, like, proper boss, if you want to call it that. But first, I'm going to save, and that'll be it for this video. We will get into the glitches. We'll get into our first, like, major glitch in the next video. Yeah, the camera lock is a fairly major glitch, but I'm not going to utilize it, even in, like, cutaways, because I do not have the skill, patience, or interest in navigating blind. But yeah, we'll get into the first major glitch in the next video, as well as, technically, the third boss, but it feels like the first boss, the first real boss. Yeah, I will see you then. Thanks for watching. That was kind of shrieky there, sorry. Thanks for watching. Alright, so the glitch involves the melee tutorial, obviously, like I said. And what you want to do is go through the beginning. By the way, I'm referencing a glitch video by D-Pad Gamer. I'll have it linked in the description. He shows off a bunch of glitches, a bunch of which I am using based on his information. Great video. But so you want to get through here, the melee bug. I don't remember what he's called, but just do this normally. And then